to see is an interview at the ACT Expo with iCharging's founder and co-owner, Pedro Silva. They made the trip from Portugal, they're a Portugal-based company, for the Expo and brought along some of their charging hardware. It currently comes in two different families. One is which is called the Blueberry family of DC fast chargers. These are what you would typically see going up to 350 kilowatts in multiple different form factors and power outputs. However, as any good hardware vendor should do, they are forward-looking into what the market might have need of in the future, and developed something called the iLight series, specifically designed for heavy-duty trucking with very clear, highly positioned display for the status of the state of charge and also the charging curve of the current session. So not only can people see what their vehicle is doing if you're actually queued up, you can have a very quick snapshot of what the vehicle in front of you's current charging session is at to give you a gauge of how much longer they're going to be. Hope you enjoy this video. I'm here with Pedro Silva, the owner and founder, is that correct, of iCharging?
Yeah, well, actually one of the owners, but I'm the founder.
Very well. And we're here at ACT in front of one of their new megawatt chargers, which is coming on in order to support electrification of, is it heavy duty and light and medium duty, or is it just heavy duty?
No, the highlight was designed specifically for heavy duty. We have a range of products that serve light duty and medium heavy duty and buses and all those kind of vehicles that we have already in our range that we are selling and producing. And this is a new product that was designed specifically with heavy duty in mind. I mean large trucks, really, really heavy duty. So it has some characteristics that we designed specifically for that application.
Yeah, one of the trends I'm seeing here at ACT this year is that there's a lot of electrification of heavy-duty fleet vehicles that seems to be, there's products getting released for. Does it seem to be in, and I understand you're primarily looking for Europe for your initial ones, but here in the States as well, does it seem to be that heavy duty is starting to become a market where electrification is starting to catch on?
Yes, I believe so, because it makes complete sense. When you're talking about light-duty vehicles, you have to convince usually private customers to buy an EV. When you're talking of vehicles that are used to work, people look at the economics, and EVs make complete sense on that.
Yeah, the battery prices have been coming down and the total cost of ownership is to the point now where it's really hard to say no to electrification. Plus being able to refuel your vehicles either in a depot at night or in a depot where you can recharge them quickly, which I understand the megawatt charging units are designed to be able to recharge the batteries in delivery vehicles and heavy-duty vehicles quicker. That's your product offering?
Yeah, that's it. The MCS, the megawatt charging system, is a standard that was designed and it will come out hopefully in March next year. That's when IEC intends to release the new standard. So only after that you will be able to make a certification and put it in the market. But meanwhile we offer with CCS output, which is already certifiable and can be in the market, and we are delivering already this year with CCS output.
Oh, so instead of the megawatt charging handle, you have CCS handles?
Yeah, you can have one or the other. And the unit was designed specifically for this heavy duty. You only have one plug because it's a big truck. You don't need two plugs. It's impossible.
I love how the screen is designed for someone who's driving a big tractor trailer.
Yeah, that was the idea. Trucks don't want to interact a lot with the charger like we have in all our other chargers. So we made it simple. Just information displayed. You don't need to interact a lot. Just need to pay and you need to stop when you finish. Otherwise, you have all the information there. You can see it from the truck. You can be sitting in the truck and see how it goes, or even when you approach, you can see if it's free or if it's used or whatever, or how long it will take to charge the other vehicle that's there. And we try to bring some innovation also. So we have this transparent screen. That's why I call it iLights, to give a light aspect, even though it's for heavy duty. I think we try to do something that is targeted for that specific market and not replicate what is being used for light vehicles. That was the idea.
Yeah, it's great. You can see the charging curve. As I'm over in a rest area or something inside,
Yeah.
I can look over and see exactly where my truck is or pull it up on an app or something, but very intuitive.
Yeah, you will have all this in an app, of course.
And I understand this is not the first product you brought to market. What are some of the other things that you have already deployed?
Yeah, we have a range of chargers that we call the Blueberry chargers. It's basically a family of chargers. They were designed and they are in the market since 2021 now. And they were designed with the idea not to design specific models, but to design a family that you can configure. So it's completely modular, not just in the sense that you use power models, but in the sense that you use the same components and you can build any chargers you want, any power, any number of plugs, any charging standard. We have CCS, Shadow Mode, NACS, GBT for some markets. We even use that. Completely configurable, and you can grow. I think the most important aspect of that family is the dynamic allocation concept, which we introduced back in 2020. We patented it, where we can allocate the power to the plugs where they are needed. So instead of having monolithic standalone chargers, high power ones, which is a complete waste of money and waste of power that is not being used most of the times, we optimize an installation by installing the exact power we want, and then we allocate it to wherever is needed. So you get a better usage of your assets. You use all the power that's available in the grid. You don't have power that is just there and you cannot use it. Because imagine if you have a 400 kilowatt charger and one model fails, that charger will never give 400 kilowatts until it's fixed. But if you have a distributed architecture and if one model fails, any plug can still give 400 kilowatt at a given time.
Yeah, that definitely seems to be a trend in the industry. And another thing that I've been asking vendors here at ACT, have you been seeing the adoption rate more so with CPOs or more so with fleets with your products?
Right now, until now, it's more CPOs because that's where we started. It was a natural market to go after, but now we are seeing more and more fleets. And we have specific solutions for fleets. We have solutions where you have just satellite units and you have a central controller, a very simple and small one where people can pay. And then you have satellites which can be located, for example, on an overhead structure and the cable coming down. That's an even bigger optimization because you only have the essential on that and you still have the power which is dynamically allocated. So we have like this many solutions that were targeted specifically for fleets because we see the market going up. In Europe you see that already quite a lot, and I think here it will come also.
Yeah, that's definitely a trend I'm seeing as well, but very well. Pedro, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.